everyone, distinguished partners, distinguished scientists, and leaders of the African continent. I want to warmly welcome you all to this remarkable event.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I think Edward is having some network issues. He was just welcoming you to this program today. Do you hear me clearly? I'm not muted, but I don't know if you hear me.
Yes, we
Do
can
you hear me?
mute
All right.
it.
You hear me?
Yes, Prof.
All right.
Yes,
So, welcome everyone. Let's hope Edward will get his network in place and be able to moderate this program. But welcome. Sit tight as we move forward in this. Edward, please. Edward, are you back? All right. For the sake of time, we move forward. I hope that you have all received the program. It's a program that is loaded. We have scheduled 2 hours, and we'll do our best to get it through during these 2 hours. The first program we have, it's the keynote speech. The keynote speech. I will just share my screen and then present to you. Yeah, I was supposed to present the keynote speaker. He'll be talking on transforming science leadership in Africa, and then he will be emphasizing on the role of integrity. And the speaker is Mr. Daniel Kamanga. He's the founder and executive director of the African Leadership Transformation Foundation, or ALT. It's called abbreviation. This organization he has built has the vision to create 1 million leaders in 10 African countries within 10 years. Within 10 years. Not sure how many years they have gone through now, but that is the vision. Mr. Daniel is passionate about exploring new models of leadership that address Africa's failures in leadership. And from that perspective, there is a crossing of what he's doing and what we are doing. He's a recipient of the 2024 Humanity Flourishing Prize, which was given to him for his work in transformation and leadership training. He has experience in Africa's private sector, including media, telecoms and finance, as well as development sectors, microfinance and agriculture. It was part of a 21 million US dollars project funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which brought together national research organizations from several African countries. He's co-editor of Biotechnology in Africa, Emergency Initiatives in the Future. He also has written a book in recent years titled Make a Plan or Get Lost, Personal Planning for Your 20s. He's a Kenyan by origin, but he lives in South Africa. On the personal note, I see him as a big brother, a senior brother, a father figure. And for many of you who are here, his association with ASFI outdate many of you. Yes, I have to say that because he has associated with us since from the beginning. When ASFI started the science seminar series, the monthly seminar series we had in 2021, he was a speaker at the 6th edition, and he spoke on the topic Art of Mentoring in Science and Research. And again, on the 14th edition, the same year, he was one of the speakers. There were two speakers in that occasion. He was one of the speakers. I spoke on leadership, science, and Africa's development, dissecting the imperatives. All these are on ASFI YouTube channel. You can go there and rewatch them. I think they are quite inspiring lectures to watch. He didn't stop there. From time to time, honestly, he sends me messages. And I don't think I have had anybody who has taken interest in what ASFI is doing than himself. He will write, "Hi, Bright, how are you doing? How is ASF? When can you have a few minutes to chat?" And they want us to talk. What do we talk about? To know how things are going. He has lots of wisdom. He has lots of strategies. He has lots of experiences working in Africa, not just in Africa, but he understands the hurdles even within the scientific sector in Africa. And I get lots of motivation and support from these encounters. So very interestingly, the vision of ASFI and the vision of Art Foundation overlap, as I said before, very, very closely. And that really makes us to tango when we speak. He never says no whenever I reach out to him. And I appreciate him for that. So Mr. Daniel, the floor is yours. I've made you a co-host, so you can easily speak. You can unmute yourself from your end and speak. I know I have taken 2 minutes into your time, but please be sure that I will stop you when your time expires. I know you will do justice within the time you have. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. It's wonderful to have you again with us this afternoon. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Bright, and thank you very much for your kind words. And all I'm going to say about the introduction is that as Africans, we understand the challenges that we all face in, creating the commitment like the one that Bright has created. So apart from just attending your events, I think there's need for all of us to rally around each other to make sure that this babies that we have really succeed. So I want to share on a topic which I've titled that without integrity, Africa's science won't work. I want to say that again. Without integrity, Africa's science won't work. And I'm going to share some thoughts, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a teaching on integrity. And so we've always had interesting conversations with Bright because I'm a social scientist. He insists I'm a scientist. But I think there is all the hard science and the soft science conversation that I will not get into. But I want to say that I spent about probably 20 years working very closely with people in the hard science Africa, doing research in different areas. So I don't want to go into all the specific areas. But I also have been involved as a journalist. I also sat in many meetings discussing policy. I've visited many labs and research stations across the continent. You name it, I've probably visited it. And because of the work that I was doing. And one of the things that I would say, Africa does not suffer from a lack of good brains, clever people. I would even say that the way we define the challenges that we face in the science and innovation, I would say that it's the biggest problem for me is a crisis of leadership, and more specifically, a crisis of integrity. For many years, I worked in the agricultural sector, and one of the things that really baffled me was the amount of money and funding and experts that go into the agricultural sector. I'm just using the agricultural sector as an example. And then I would look at the results and I would like that we can get more results than we are getting. And it was not for the lack of research, and it was not for the lack of talent. I met many amazing scientists that I was in awe of. Not the lack of money, because maybe things have changed a little bit now with all the changes globally and funding. At the time that I was involved in that area, there was a lot of money. I mean, like Bright has said, we had just got like a $21 million grant. I remember traveling every place enough. We had money, and many other projects have had money. But the question is, what are the results that you produce with this money? And I want to say that, to me, one of the biggest issues is the lack of integrity. So you have many African governments making promises, and they don't keep those promises. You have many institutions making fantastic plans, often in big, beautiful documents, glossy documents, and they don't follow through. You have many donors announcing bold funding, and then when the push comes to shove, you find them, they are slowly withdrawing the terms of the agreements, and very little money actually comes into the research organizations in the African continent. You have many senior scientists, they overpromise and they underdeliver. And you also have young scientists who are full of potential, who are left to hustle, doing all kinds of things that scientists shouldn't be doing, but they have to have a livelihood. And when they can't even hustle, they find a way out of the continent. So when Bright asked me to speak, I said, I'm going to speak very plainly and very simply so that everybody gets what this is all about, at least from where I am. And I want to say again, without integrity, nothing works. Absolutely nothing. Not your life, not your research, whatever it is that you're doing, if you don't have integrity, it won't work. Now, I know that many scientists and many people and many Africans, when they hear the word integrity, they go straight into some religious definition or some moral, you're a bad person if you're out of integrity. But that's not what I mean. I mean integrity like the law of nature. Let me put it differently. integrity as in gravity. So you don't have to require, you don't have to believe in gravity for it to work on you. So integrity is a law. So when integrity increases, workability increases. When integrity declines, workability declines. And when workability declines, performance declines. So what is integrity? So integrity is not about being perfect. It's not even about always keeping your word, because life happens. When someone like Bright has this big commitment in the world, there are many things that he's going to say, but he'll have to come and say, hey, you know what? This is what I promised, but it's not going to be that way. Okay. So when you're a man or a woman of integrity and you have a big commitment in the world, there are many times when you'll be out of integrity. So if you look at the logo of our foundation, it's a mountain. The reason why it's a mountain is because we think of integrity as a mountain without a top. Nobody ever gets to a place where you're a man or a woman of integrity all the time. It doesn't work. So integrity is really a matter of honoring your word. Integrity is being very rigorous in what comes out of your mouth. It's when you say you'll do something, and when you're not able to do it, you clean up and you take responsibility. I know we all come from African countries where politicians make humongous promises. And when they don't keep the promises, they don't do anything. They just keep moving like nothing happened. The out of integrity in our politics is part of our biggest challenge. It's absolutely no accountability. So that very simple shift from just the lip service to honoring commitment, it creates trust. People of integrity are a brand, especially in a continent where there is no lack of integrity. So people trust you. People can count on you. You build your credibility. And what's more, you unlock performance in your personal life and in whatever it is that you're up to. Without integrity, you'll find it in science, in politics, in every place. People are making excuses. They're giving explanations, that valid explanations. There's confusion, there's stagnation, there's all the stuff that undermines performance. Now, at the Africa Leadership Transformation Foundation, we've seen this again and again. Leadership only works when grounded in integrity. I'll give an example. At the end of my week, I look at the commitments that I had that week, and I look at where was I out of integrity? Who do I need to call? What did I promise that I would do and I didn't do? And I call people and I clean up my integrity. Now, this looks like a small act, but it's a very powerful act that transforms very many things. Sometimes when you call people, people tell you, no, it's okay, you don't need to call me. But the point is that I promised this, but I didn't meet it. So when you create a culture like that, you create a culture of productivity. So integrity is not about being good or being bad. It is really an unseen mechanism that ensures that productivity increases and people flourish. Now, let's do a bit of connection between integrity and ASFI. Now, the mission of ASFI is very bold, and it is, for me, it is deeply needed. That's why now and again I'll call Brad and find out how are things doing. Are you still focused on your mission? And ASFI's mission is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda. Let me read it again, because maybe many of you have forgotten it or you've not read it recently. Is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda. Now, I don't know about you, but this gives me goosebumps. This is huge stuff. This is powerful. Imagine if we could just realize this. Even if we are not there, our great-grandchildren, they'll be happy that there was a human being like Bright. They'll be happy that there was a human being like all of you who are here. They'll be like, wow, those guys took care of us. They held a space that we could get the right competencies. We could transform our continent. So this is big, but I want to tell you this. Competency without integrity is capacity without consequence. I want to say that again. Competency without integrity. There are many scientists who are competent, but they have no integrity. There are many politicians who are competent, but they have no integrity. It's like having capacity, but you have no consequences. There is no accountability for your own life. There is no accountability to anyone. You can be brilliant and ineffective. I've met extremely brilliant scientists, but when you look at what they're doing, it's ineffective. Very bright, but ineffective. You can actually publish papers, tons of them, and be still irrelevant. I'm sure each of you can give me probably 4 or 5 scientists that you know that have published papers but really changed our society. So to drive true transformation, which is what Bright talks about, and which is also what we talk about, to drive true transformation, African science doesn't just need a better infrastructure. And I'm not saying that these things don't matter, they matter. But it needs scientists who are their word. And I think this conversation is not in the scientific domain. We need scientists who are their word. We need institutions that honor their commitment. We need donors and governments that show up fully, even when it is hard. This, to me, is what is missing. And that's why I'm very, very proud to join, because building the next generation of scientists is not only going to be about technical training, it's also going to be about character. When you're a member of ASFI and there's a meeting that has been called, you be here, but you're not here. You promised to be here on time, but you're not on time. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal. But when people keep time, get the commitment, you'll be surprised that we are 5 years today. But in 10 years, we could, the next 5 years could look like 50 years because the integrity moved a whole new level. So we have to build leaders who can be trusted. We have to build science ecosystems where there is truth-telling, where there is accountability, where you're not fudging data, where there is wholeness, and being a man or a woman of integrity is the norm. So here is what I want to leave you with. What if integrity became your core methodology? What if integrity became your peer review standard? What if integrity is the unseen principle behind every hypothesis, behind every collaboration, behind every funding agreement, behind every mentorship? Because when integrity is present, trust becomes possible. And when trust becomes possible, everything becomes possible. So I want to end with a story. Many years ago, I was working for a certain organization, and I was working in South Africa. So I remember discovering that there was something that had gone wrong with some aspect of some fund that had been provided to that organization. And I went and spoke to the CEO and the finance person, and there was pin drop silence. And it seems like I was alone. It was not my business at all. In actual fact, I was the director of communication. But my interest in it was, what if this thing becomes public knowledge? How are we going to handle it? So eventually I left, and a couple of months later, I got a call by the leadership of the organization was, you know what you are saying is right. And because you seem very interested in this thing, can you help us to clean the mess? And I said, no problem. I'll help you to clean the mess. But here's the condition. We are not going to hide anything behind the rugs. We have to be truthful. We have to have full integrity on it. And I was promised to have full integrity. When I had everything, every data and every information on the issue, I then flew to where the donor was, and after organizing a meeting, and I went and shared what the issues were. One of the people smiled and said, you know, we guessed there was something going, but what we were waiting for was for explanations, justifications, and hiding things. And we are surprised that you have come out so vulnerably, so openly. And to cut a long story short, that donor funded us in that organization every single year from that moment. Until, and I don't want to say it's a personal thing, but until I left the organization, the funding stopped. So this is very, very impactful in terms of integrity. There are so many things. If you looked at your personal life and thought about the cost of integrity on your life, you probably would be shocked what the cost is. So I want to leave you with those thoughts. And right, if I have 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to go briefly into to do a different kind of presentation, just to buttress the issue of what integrity looks like.
Yeah, you have up to 10 minutes.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to okay, I'm sure that everyone can see the slide.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. So as I've said before, let's see. Some of it. So I've said before, the vision of our foundation is transforming leadership as a key to an Africa that works for everyone. So we focus on transforming leadership. Transforming leadership is very specific to looking at things like integrity, like I've said. And I think Bright had talked about our mission. And what I'm going to share now, I just want to acknowledge that this is not really my original work. This is an organization that the work is now housed at the Foundation for Logical Leadership. It's a US-based organization, and they offer a course called Being a Leader. I was involved in the past in bringing the Being a Leader and the effective exercise of leadership. It's an accredited program. It's in many universities. So I'm using their work. So I just wanted to acknowledge that upfront. And I'm going to focus a little bit on the model of leadership that they use. So they look at leadership like a house, but I'm interested in the foundational aspects, the foundation. And in the foundation, there are 4 areas of leadership. One is integrity. The other one is having something bigger than yourself, like what Bright is doing. Bright has created ASFI as something much bigger than him. Very, and the other issue is being cause in the matter. And I won't go into all that. I want to just focus on integrity. Now, so these are the 4 areas, but I want to again focus on integrity. And integrity means being a person who is, your word is whole and complete. So it focuses very much on what comes out of your mouth. Okay. Now, integrity is about honoring your word. And when you become aware, you won't keep it. And keep it on time. You then say to everyone who is impacted, you tell them that I will not be keeping my word. or I will not be keeping my word within the agreed time, or I will be keeping my word in the future, and by when. So you will not be keeping the word, or you will not be keeping the word at all. Then you're a man or woman of integrity. So if I promise you that, hey, you know what, I said that I'm going to give you $200 by the end of July, and then I realized that on the 15th of July, not on the 30th of July, that I wouldn't be able to give you the money. I say, you know what, I promised this, but I will not be giving you the money. I could say, I will never give you that money. I can say, well, you know what, I can give you the money, but at the end of August. So you're really managing your integrity with the word that you've put out there. That's really at the core of what integrity is. So integrity is a state of being whole and complete, And when integrity declines, workability declines. And workability declines, performance declines. I want you to think of integrity as a bicycle and the spokes of the bicycle. So if 2 or 3 of the spokes are not working, that means the bicycle is out of integrity. So its workability declines and its performance declines. So when your word is out of kilter, so to speak, workability declines and performance declines. So as we said earlier, violating the law of integrity has consequences, just like violating the law of gravity. The only difference is that these things are not seen. But if you open your eyes and saw the cost of violating the law of integrity, you would be shocked. And you would realize that without integrity, nothing works. So when you're a man or a woman of integrity, you're very rigorous in the promises that you keep, and rather in the promises that you give. Because there's no need of giving promises that you don't intend to keep, because that has a cost on you. So integrity shows up, especially in Africa, as being late or being unprepared for meetings, or when you are in a meeting, like I've seen in many science meetings, people are answering their emails, people are on WhatsApp, people are doing totally out of integrity. You don't return calls, cheating in exams, sex for marks, all those things are really issues of out of integrity. And that's why we are in our beautiful continent. So when you operate from out of integrity, in a place of integrity, you have peace with yourself. You don't have to look behind. You don't have to expect, you can actually function from a place of peace. So you don't live with fear of selfhood. You're not waiting for somebody to discover something that you did, there's no need to defend yourself, and you're open to learning. So integrity takes courage to pursue what is right. Bet that those of you who are listening to me and take this message to heart, not to your head, you'll find that your personal life is going to change for the better. And the commitments you have made will witness phenomenal performance. Your communities, your stakeholders will be shocked by what has happened, because you're getting back to people and telling them, you know what, this is what they said. You don't need to get back to me. It's okay, because people have normalized out of integrity behavior. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dan. Thank you so much. That was a very insightful presentation. Very insightful. Like Professor Bright mentioned, you are not just a mentor to Dr. Bright, you're a mentor to everyone here, including myself. Thank you so much. For those who are just joining, this is ASFI at 5, celebrating. I'm excited to be here. I also hope you are excited. We have a lot of things packaged for you as we progress. At this point, I'm going to bring up an expert, an African expert, Dr. Patricia Nkwatenye. Are you able to hear me, Dr. Patricia?
Yes, doctor. I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay, I received the doctor prophecy by faith. So I'm going to give you 20 to 25 minutes to do a sort of summary. Let's have
Like
some
10 minutes.
reflection. Yeah, some reflection and take home from what Dr. Daniel has also presented. So
Okay.
Dr. Patricia is the VP for ASFI General Assembly. I will be listening to her to give us some reflection. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our beloved uncle. It is my privilege to be given this opportunity to reflect on the keynote speaker's words on integrity and science leadership. In fact, we are very grateful. And I want to say that the keynote is not just compelling, but very timely. In fact, it serves as a wake-up call to all of us, because there are things we do, very little things, and we brush them aside as if they don't matter. But from what we have listened to, we know that they really matter, and they go a long way to make or mar us and the work we are doing. The keynote speech has really resonated well with me, because I feel so guilty right now, because I've done a self-reflection and I've seen that I've broken my integrity in so many ways. So this is a wake-up call for us who are being molded as the people who are going to drive the transformational and developmental agenda of Africa. We need to clean up our mess. We need to turn on a new page. And I was very happy. Sir Daniel's focus is on, without integrity, nothing works. Without integrity, nothing works. We may be intelligent, we may be resourceful, we may be whatever, but a breakdown in integrity is going to ruin all our work, and we'll find Africa standing on the same spot or even moving backwards instead of forwards. So the key things that I gathered from the keynote speech: number one, without integrity, African science won't work. So we are the engineers. We are the ones to make things work. So let us clean up our messes. Let us do self-inspection, and let us repent of our bad habits. Those little things we do, we are supposed to be models to our students. We're supposed to be those from whom our different governments will learn, take advice. But if we're not people of integrity, nothing will work. Our efforts will be in vain. So I think it is a wake-up call. And then, again, he has told us that Africa is rich. He's a man of many caps. He's multidimensional. He's a communicator. He's mixed with people in literally all fields of life. And he's come to realize that Africa has got good brains, intelligent people, experts, people with talents. What are we doing with this? It is time to harness all of this, put in that integrity, and make Africa move. Again, he also said, another thing I gathered from what he said, that we overpromise but underdeliver. That our words are what define us. Let our yes be yes. And if we say yes, and we cannot live up to it, it is very normal to go back and make adjustments and let the people on the other side know. And then when you walk in integrity, you find peace with yourself. As I said, this keynote speech has resonated a lot with me, because there's an assignment I was given by Prof. I have over-delayed. I've looked for reasons to convince myself that it's all right. But the truth is, I don't have peace. Each time I sleep, I'm thinking about it. What do I do? What do I tell Prof? How do I get back to it? So I think this is a wake-up call to me personally. I'm somebody who joined ASFI without direction. I was lost. I had never had anybody to mentor me. When I came to this platform, which I call it a miracle platform, I began to see things in a different world. I found that mentor, that person to direct me, to tell me what to do. And I want to say that when I came into academia 5 years ago, I was like, I didn't bargain for this. I didn't know what to do. I was completely lost. But Prof. Bright showed us the way. He's a man of integrity. He's there. You write to him. We are so many of us, hundreds of us following him. But each time I write to him privately, he responds. He gives me advice. He's like that guardian angel. And that is what takes away my peace when I don't do what I'm supposed to do on my part. And I believe if we have consciences, we'll all say that this keynote speech is a wake-up call to all of us. Let us wake up, because without integrity, all the work we are doing is nothing. We have to be examples. We have to be the ones to show the way. We have to be the ones to advise our governments. We have to be the ones to take this continent from where it is. He gave us this example. He was in an institution. Nothing was working. Things were failing because integrity was missing. And when he was called, or when he pointed it out, and they asked him, they were humble enough to ask him what to do. He told them, he advised them, and things changed. And that institution started receiving fundings. That means that if we also can go back and self-reflect and listen to what, take this advice is giving us, things will also turn around, not only for our good as individuals, but for the good of our nations and for the good of our great continents. So I want to thank the keynote speaker. You have jolted us from sleep. And those of us who have been practicing misconduct as scientists, falsifying data, making students pay for the work we are being paid to do, it is time to stop. Academics, research can pay. Let us not do it. Let us not get paid through the dubious means. Let us work with integrity, and we shall never regret it. That said, I want to join Prof. Nwaru and all ASFI members to say a big thank you to Sir Daniel Kamanga. We are grateful that you came. We are grateful for waking up us from slumber. And on behalf of the others, we want to promise you that we are going to change. We're going to be men and women of integrity. And together with Prof. Nwaru, we're going to move Africa from its present state to a better state where things will work, where people will start coming to us to ask what our secret is. Thank you very much. We are most grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Patricia. Thank you so much. That was quite, a very powerful summary. In fact, the emotion with which you spoke was quite heartwarming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think the major thing here is that without integrity, nothing works. Thank you so much. I'm sure Dr. Daniel has other engagements, but before he leaves, I want to invite Professor Bright to just say, just to appreciate him for creating time to be part of us here. Dr. Bright, are you able to speak?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Daniel, I know you always go around to pinch people. You pinch them and then you run away. So he has pinched us today. I know you will come to do this. We spoke about this, and I highlighted to you some of the things in this journey that I reflect quite a lot. I reflect quite a lot. I will mention some of them at the right time, but since you believe in, I just wanted to say I appreciate this effort. You have used few minutes, but what you have mentioned here is huge, if you're given time to dissect it, ASFI run courses, some courses are 40 hours a week. The issue of integrity will not be covered in 40 hours. Because you mentioned about papers, you mentioned about funding, you mentioned, and Dr. Patricia has come to mention certain things. You are paid, but you still collect money from the students. So it's a whole lot of things. And you can see where Africa is. And you can see, because you say, without integrity, nothing works. So could that be our problem? So it's quite a lot of things. So colleagues, I think we have been given something to think about. Go home and think about it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your own corner. What is the problem? Because if nothing works, even your personal development will be stagnated because of integrity. So thank you for coming, and you have always been there for us, and I promise you, as I've always done, we will come back for you at the appropriate time. Thank you for supporting us today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prof. Doctor, thank you so much, Dr. Daniel. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll be moving to something that is eye-opening, talking about a brief story or history of ASFI. We're going to play a short documentary. This documentary helped to establish the progress that ASFI has made, looking at where we started from, the motivation behind the establishment of ASFI, the key things that have been accomplished, and of course, looking into the future. I'm going to invite Dr. Bright to please play this short documentary. Happy listening. Prof, we can't hear the audio. Could you?
2020.
Yes.
You say you can't hear the audio?
Yeah, can you start again?
Okay. Let me see. Perhaps. Let me know. Do you hear it now? Edward, can you confirm if you hear it?
Not yet. Not yet.
Many 2020 is remembered with mixed feelings. As COVID-19
Okay, it's fine now.
It's fine now?
Yeah,
ravaged
just
societies, there was a palpable fear on
Is it fine
every
now?
face. Most societies locked down. Everyday
yes.
activities, including work, school, and religious programs, all moved online, everyone taking part from their individual rooms. Amidst the inconveniences and uncertainties, many good seeds were also sown, and many beautiful stories were written. Idleness was not the word for many people. From the corners of their different rooms, they unleashed their innovative acumen to create things that would eventually bring meaning to our lives. The story of the African Science Frontiers Initiatives, ASFI, was no different. From the corner of his room in Sweden, Professor Brighton Waru saw an opportunity to achieve his long-held ambition: create a platform that brings the African scientific community together for capacity building in science and research. Through a few colleagues across Africa, he invited African scientists to a free online course in systematic reviews and meta-analysis, held May 2020. Of the 110 applicants, 40 were selected to the training, covering 20 African countries. This was the beginning of the journey. More courses were subsequently announced, applicants surpassing 2,000 on each subsequent occasion from most countries in Africa, perhaps sign that capacity building was not a trivial need for African scientists. Vision is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda through innovative scientific research. And our mission is to instill excellence in Africa's science through competence acquisition, capacity building, and career development. 2, to contribute to African science that tackles Africa's developmental challenges.
ASFI is a movement with a target
taking us from where we are today to a happy place. It's also a revolution, what I call scientific revolution. And that is a revolution that brings science and research to the center of societal development. Because we must make decisions based on what works best, where research evidence to support our development. A revolution of attitudinal change, a revolution of realization of where we are today in global reckoning and being uncomfortable in our current position. ASFI was born out of the need to put Africa in that place. ASFI was born with the conviction that it will only take Africans to make Africa what Africa needs to do. Waiting for outsiders to do that for us, we may wait for a long time and perhaps we're disappointed.
The incremental expansion of our program started in 2021. The monthly science seminar series were introduced, bringing together African scholars, home and abroad, to continuously raise the conversation of the central role of science and research in Africa's developmental discourses. Tragedy struck and a gem was lost. At this time, late Professor Charles Ayo, the pioneer Vice-Chancellor of Trinity University Lagos, and a former Vice-Chancellor of Covenant University Nigeria, joined the team, serving as ASFI Deputy Director until his death in 2023. In its 5 years of existence, several vibrant programs and platforms have been created. Above all, we have increasingly received tremendous support and solidarity from the African scientific community. Through its capacity-building courses, ASFI has trained over 4,000 scientists over the last 5 years, covering over 45 African countries. The monthly science seminar series continue to run, surpassing 50 editions as at today, dealing with important issues affecting African science and its role in Africa's development. From 2022, career development workshops were introduced, starting with the monthly Dr. Nwaru's Research Tips and Tricks, and to current bi-monthly Professor Nwaru's Academic Career Talks 101, altogether reaching about 40 editions. 2023 marked an important milestone for ASFI development as several programs were launched that year. The annual multidisciplinary conference and boot camp was started, creating a place for high-level formal and informal discussions of scientific research and training. The ASFI Members' General Assembly was also started, creating a platform for members to take ownership of the ASFI movement. ASFI Scholar and ASFI Meet were also launched in 2023. ASFI Scholar provides African scholars a community space to collaborate and be visible. ASFI Meet is a video conferencing facility, digital meetings and professional conferences. In 2024, ASFI Research Journal, ASFI RJ, was launched, a multidisciplinary online-only and open access journal, aimed to advance excellent publishing in Africa. In the same year, the ASFI Members' General Assembly launched the ASFI Tea Time, a quarterly informal gathering to discuss pertinent issues affecting African scientists. Given the ongoing war, 2024 was a defining moment for the Sudanese science community. Many were displaced across the globe, left hopeless. ASFI extended a hand of brotherhood by inviting all Sudanese scientists to join the community. More than 500 Sudanese scientists answered the call and have been part of the ASFI community.
I have seen hunger for ASFI vision and mission across board, across regions, countries in the continent. I have seen tremendous solidarity from colleagues across board, and for that we are most grateful. But one thing I have to say is that I have seen that it has taken many long time to really understand what ASFI is up to. And perhaps they are right, because our approach is too unconventional. It's too process-oriented. People want quick results, and that is fine. But if you realize where we are as a people, quick results is not what we need. Many processes have been destroyed. Changing a continent and putting it where it needs to be requires a long haul of persistence, patience, and determination. We have entered this journey and will not give up until we achieve our goals.
ASFI continues to thrive in its ambition to mobilize an African science that contributes meaningfully to Africa's development, making positive impact on individuals and the science community.
So for me, the practical aspect of the training, apart from what we get in the lecture, then we break up and you see different people with different ideas and being able to mix all of these things together, even when they are not people in your field of research. That's the outstanding thing for me. And it's one thing in ASFI training that I love.
Your method of learning by doing is perfect for us.
Collaborating with so many countries, starting with Nigeria, I collaborate with those in East Africa, Kenyan, Tanzania, Ghana, South Africa.
I have friends almost in every country now. I could just say, oh, I'm talking to Kelvin in Uganda, I'm talking to Farai there, and I'm talking to Azan, to Tarek in Egypt, and it's exciting for me.
It transformed.
They're surprising.
I've never been the same.
Mine will be empowering. And that is what ASFI has done for me.
In the last 5 years, we have set a very strong foundation, and that is commendable. Going forward, we will pursue cross-sectoral collaborations with universities, governments, non-profit organizations, and other organizations like ourselves to team up, because we need a team. We need to work in hand to get to where we need to be. We also continue to engage African professionals home and abroad to continue to bring this conversation of the need for science to play an active role in Africa's development. And going forward, we'll vigorously pursue funding to support our programs.
Over the last 3 years, ASFI has partnered with several institutions and organizations across Africa and abroad in advancing its programs. ASFI is registered as a non-profit organization with the Nigerian Corporate Affairs Commission with the registration number 159636. Do you want to donate to support ASFI activities? Please use the appropriate link.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening. We'll be going on a short break briefly, but just to give you a sort of an idea on the importance of that documentary. Now, there was a research that was carried out in Africa that showed that within 3 years of startup, most NGOs, non-governmental organizations, actually collapse and fade away. But we're here today celebrating 5 years. And part of the reasons they gave, number one is bad leadership, poor coordination, right? Lack of funding, and of course, mismanagement. So most NGOs within 3 years fade away. But today we are celebrating ASFI at 5. It has withstood the test of time for 5 years. While we give glory to God, we also appreciate the founders and of course all those who have been part of this great vision. It's been a progressive journey for us, and I believe we have a brighter future. Now we're going to be listening to an interview with the CEO, the founder of ASFI, Professor Bryce shortly. But before then, I want you to take a minute just to stretch your leg, take a cup of water or coffee, just stretch. And if possible, you could turn on your video. Let's just try to identify each other for the next 1 minute before we move to the next section. So just a minute, just stretch, take a cup of water, get refreshed because we are about entering a powerful interview session with Professor Bright. A minute, so stretch, just stretch yourself, and we'll be back in the next 1 minute. So while that is ongoing, I want Professor Bright to be on standby, but I want to invite the Vice President, Science and Education to the ASFI Assembly, Dr. Nejla Tyler, coordinate this interview. I would like you to turn on your video and be on standby as we come back from the break for this interview. Dr. Nejla, are you able to speak? Okay, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you so much.
Is
So,
my voice clear?
yes, very clear. Can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I think we can proceed now to the interview. Over to you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, in this segment, we will be asking Professor Nworo some questions submitted by our members. Many of us have long had questions we have hoped to ask, not only about the courses and the SFI programs, but also about SFI movement itself, his personal journey, and broader reflections. Yet we rarely get the chance to pose this directly. The fifth University Planning Committee thoughtfully made a space for that today. We invited members to submit their questions, and in total, we received 60. Naturally, time will not allow us to go through each one, but however, many of these questions overlapped. So we have grouped and summarized them into 15 questions. These questions fall under the following subthemes: foundation and evolution of SFI, SFI future impact and possibilities, Prof. Nuaro's leadership in action, daily routines, habits, and faith, monitoring and advice to young African scientists, and vision and hope for Africa. I will read each question aloud and then invite Prof. Nwaro to respond. Let us start by reflecting on the foundation and evolution of SFI. What inspired you? What inspired you to create SFI? And was there a defining moment that triggered its foundation?
Do you hear me?
Yes, clear, Prof.
Okay. Life is a process, and honestly, I've gone through processes of my life, and I see myself that this is actually a calling. This is what I'm meant to do. And I've had this dream for a long time. I've had it for a long time. Well, I don't want to. Time will not allow us to go to some of the encounters I've had in life, but I've had this dream for a long time. And then when I finished my PhD, I was looking for opportunity to impact people with the skills I've learned. Then I tried different moves, but it didn't work out. And then I just let it go, and of course, continue with my career. Then in 2020 was a defining moment in my life. It's a year that I faced some of the most difficult things in my life. My life was a very difficult year personally to me. And as I was going through some of the experiences, I was confused. I was really trying to find my steps. COVID was there, but other things started happening. And so I got that inspiration. I was hearing it in my spirit. It is time to start this, you know. And actually, I believe that it was God's time for me to do this. And so I followed that idea that came to me, as the documentary said. And SFI became a therapy for what I was going through in 2020. It brought me joy. And then it revived the passion I had for years. I could see myself overcoming the problems I face, not dealing with the problem, but living my passion that has been there. So yeah, it was that happened. But this dream of ASFI, my conviction so far is that this is what I am born to do. God has given me the grace to raise men and women, to empower people. And wherever I go, that is my passion. And I have told myself, I don't go to any place and leave unnoticed. I have to be noticed. I have to make impact. And that is the impact of empowerment.
Thank you, Prof. Very inspiring. How has your original vision for ASFI evolved since its inception?
Yes, this is important. And I will talk about it later on too, when I'm making my closing remarks. I've noted that. But I tell you that I got into ASFI, but I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Honestly, I didn't know. So it has come with mixed feelings. It has come with fulfillment. It has come with insight. My eyes are opened. My eyes are opened to so many things I didn't know. So I thought it was create a platform, support people, build their competencies, empower them. But within the first 2 years, I found out that it is more than just training people. You see, what Mr. Daniel spoke this afternoon, we have gone over this over. And at one session we have met, I was telling him, my goodness, what I am seeing now is beyond what I was actually thinking about. I can see that Africa is, well, don't be angry, but I have to use the word. Africa is in deep mess. Africa is in deep mess. Why? Even within the scientific community, we have this issue that has saturated our communities, our nations, issues of character, issues of attitude. We have cultures we live with, but we have also borrowed cultures that have become barriers to progress. And this is what I have noticed. So beyond training people and building their capacity, I have met bigger barriers that which agrees with what Mr. Daniel has said this afternoon, that without integrity, nothing works. So I see a big elephant in the room that now is giving me food for thought of the journey we have taken. So yeah, my perspectives are changing of what I plan to do and what I should be doing moving forward.
Thank you. That is such a powerful insight into how it all began. Now we will like to impact and possibilities. What role might ASFI play in transforming African science over the next generation?
Well, like I said, this is a journey. This is a journey. It's a journey of learning. It's also a movement. And I tell you, it's a journey. I have given, for instance, the end picture that we want to see Africa that works. But in this journey, I don't know all that is on the way. There are many things on the way that I'm not aware of, and I'm not sure how to deal with it. But I believe God has given me this. And at each step in that process, He gives me insight of what to do. So what I have decided is I will keep going. I'll keep going. And as I mentioned in the documentary, it's a journey we have started, and we cannot stop until we achieve our goals. I believe that there is hope. Hope because you have come to this platform. You have welcomed it. You have found your needs here. And the more we continue, I believe that there will be more saturation and more people will begin to come into this idea we have, and we will get there. But I tell you, when I look at where we are as a people, we have big work to do. ASFI has big work to do going forward.
Thank you, Prof. Very inspiring. What bold project or initiative would you launch through ASFI if you had unlimited resources?
I didn't get that. What
bold project or initiative would you launch through ASFI if you had the unlimited resources?
Unlimited resources. If I have unlimited resources, I will build an institute for those who have been educated. Okay, to reschool, and that institute is Institute of Capacity Building and Institute of what Mr. Daniel mentioned today, integrity. Yeah, we have a very good system. We have education. We are very skilled people, but I think we need to come to a point where we go through more refinement to begin to make more impact in our society. And I think this issue of character, integrity, attitude needs to be well integrated into African science. So if I have unlimited resources, I will build an institute that focuses on competency building and as well as qualifying.
Yes, thank you. That is, let us actually to the next question. What are the possibilities of ASFI becoming a certificate or diploma awarding organization?
Yes, in fact, this is one of the things we planned from the beginning. And within the first 2 years we started, we are very keen to get it to work. But we didn't see the whole picture. So, and I think during the last 2 years or 3 years, we have not discussed that issue anymore because the problems we need to solve are bigger than just giving certificate. We will get there. We have it in our pipeline, but I think that is a long-term plan. Maybe I would say 7 to 10 years from now, we'll get there. But I think we'll have work to do in other aspects.
Thank you. That is very inspiring. It is exciting to hear about the path ahead. Moving on to your leadership journey. How are you able to successfully lead people from different countries and cultures?
Yes, because this is what is inside me. This is what is inside me. So it becomes quite, well, I wouldn't say effortless, but it's not something I struggle with because there's a passion that comes out of me when I think about ASFI. And so somehow the plans are worked out in my head, and I try to dish out the guidance to people on how to do things. But I am actually in this process, to a large extent, also self-discovering myself because there are certain things I do I didn't know I had the ability to do them. And so once I discovered that those abilities are, I strengthen them and I use them. So leading people from where I am has not been too much of a challenge. In fact, I enjoy it really.
Thank you, Prof. What motivates you to continue contributing to humanity through your work?
Well, I love to see people grow. If I give my own background, and I used to say to people, given my background, my family background, where I come from, if I'm able to get to where I am today, then anybody can get. And so in the success of men and women, many people just need some cues of what to do. And if I find opportunity that this person, I can support this person in this way, it's a motivation for me. That is one thing. The second thing is, I have to say this, that during my primary education, when I started, especially when my parents moved me to the city, I was a very poor student, very, very poor. I remember in my first exam when I went to the city, I was the last but one person, where we are 23 in the class. I came 22nd position. And this, my father was astonished. What is hope for this guy? But I discovered that, and I discovered this early, that if I know something, if I tell it to somebody else, I become better. For instance, mathematics. If I have some ideas of math and I solve it and I teach it somebody, I discovered that I became better. I became better in doing that. And so I went out looking out for people to deliberate with them, to study with them, to teach them. And so that has become part of me for a long time. What I know is in my head, I try to give it out, because doing that become better in it. Well, I don't know if you have noticed this, but that is my own experience, and that is a big motivation for me. Yeah.
Yes, very inspiring and motivated, Prof. I can't fathom your patience. Do you ever get angry or impatient? And how do you manage it when you do?
Well, I think anger is an emotion we all have. I don't know if there is anybody who doesn't get angry, but I think what happens in human nature is the older you become, the more you become reasonable. I think more reasonable, you become wiser. Yes, I get angry, but I try my best to become reasonable in my anger. And in my head, I ask myself, is it worth it? I mean, should I? What if I don't get angry? What happens? Yeah, so I get angry, but sometimes I can get really, really angry, and it's linked to the things I do. When I see people doing what is not right, and I know what doing that denies them of blessings or benefit they should get, it really gets me angry to, how can I pull them out? How can I take them out? So that gets me angry, not really on the person, but because there's something they are denying themselves. And then as I get older as well, I also get angry when people try to use me. People have used me so much in the past. So nowadays, people try to use me. I get so angry because I don't want that to repeat itself. And I have broken many relationships because I don't accept it anymore. You don't play with my brain. Just what Mr. Daniel was saying. You need to be somebody of integrity to deal with me. So when I see signs of that, I'm angry and I cut it off. But yes, I get angry, and I try to be reasonable in my anger, and I think where I am now in that level is better than where I was 10 years ago, because yes, I see life in different ways, and yeah, I have developed more experience as well. Yeah, I get impatient as well, but I think I have actually very much improved in that. And when I've not seen anybody who says to me that you are impatient, even my kids, they say you're too patient. And well, I don't know. I think in the past I was much more worse than now. And when you deal with human beings, you become wiser because you have different people, different needs. So you can't use the same thing to deal with everybody. And that is very transformational. And if I look at my own life, the way I have developed, where I have come from, and where I am today, people were patient on me as well to see me grow. And I have to also give back to people. Yes.
Thank you. That really reflects your commitment and leadership in practice. We see your leadership. Thank you so much. Let us take a moment to step into the personal side, your daily routines, habits, and the role of faith. What does a typical day in your life look like, from morning routines to how you unwind after a long day?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is going deeper, but I will say it. Maybe somebody will learn from it. Okay. First of all, I have to say, and I think some people have asked me this before. Do you believe in God? Do you have faith? Yes, I'm a child of God, honestly. I'm very beloved child of God. I pray a lot. So my day begins. I go to bed quite early. I go to bed quite early when my kids were young, so I go to bed with them. So we started with 8 p.m. in the evening, and then we went to 8:30 as they grow. So it has become part of me. So from 8:30, our time, I will go to bed. I can extend to 9 if I have something, but I don't go to bed late. And then I sleep, and then I pray in the midnight. I usually have my midnight prayers. So I wake up in the midnight, and then I will do my prayers. And then I'll go back to bed, wake up around 5:30. When I wake up around 5:30, I do my prayers maybe for half an hour or so, and then I will go for workout. Especially during this summertime, the weather is good. I go for workout maybe for 1 hour. I used to walk. I like walking a lot. For 1 hour, 6 kilometers, I walk. I get some exercise. Then I come home. Yeah, we do other things that I need to do. Go to work, take the kids to school, and then we'll come back. And of course, ASFI is here now. I engage in ASFI activities. But yeah, I am. Nature inspires me quite a lot. Nature inspires me, so I like going to nature. There is really no day during this holiday now that the kids and I wouldn't go out. Just take maybe 1 hour, walk around, go to nature, go give food to the ants, feed the ducks, explore the forest. And that is where my X factor is. That is where my inspiration. I walk through. By the time I come back, a lot of things are in my head. That is the way it works for me. So in summary, this is how my day typically is.
What are your personal habits? I think that you answered part of it. What are your personal habits or routines that help you stay energized and focused?
Yeah, apart from the nature walk, I have to say that I'm a very good cook. I like cooking. I used to tell myself that, well, I don't know if there is any in Africa, cooking is a women's thing. I don't know if there is any woman who cooks better than me. Maybe we can do competition in ASFI here, but I am a very good cook. So I like cooking. Go to the kitchen, I just cook. Sometimes I can cook many dishes just to keep myself inspired. And I like children quite a lot. Like I like children. Sometimes I like to be like a child, be with children, think like them, play with them, get some ideas, and that gives me lots of inspiration. I used to be involved in sports before, especially football, but I have reduced that tremendously. But these activities are really, really is.
Yes, Prof. Thank you so much. What daily rituals or practices do you believe are crucial to your productivity and well-being?
Do you believe what?
Do you believe that are crucial to your productivity and well-being? The daily rituals and practices.
Yeah, as I've mentioned, my prayer life is very important to me. My exercise is very important to me. Walking around in nature is very important to me. Going to bed early is very, very important to me. I don't really joke with those. I take those very crucial to me.
Has stress played a role in your journey with ASFI?
Yeah, of course. And as I said, that is the source of my strength.
Yes.
I believe in God.
Such valuable, deep grounding. Thank you for sharing that personal side. Turning to mentorship, your advice to young African scientists. What advice would you give? What advice would you give to early career researcher on building their career?
Yeah, okay. Edward, I don't know if we still have much time, but if you want me to go on, I can finish it. But
So I can give you the next 5 minutes to.
yeah, honestly, there are many things I can say about to young African scientists. I have to say, in addition to what Mr. Daniel mentioned today, I see that in this current age, many people run for fame without pain, without the pain. We want to become something, but we avoid the process that leads to those things. To become a scientist, you have to have a story you can tell. You need to sit with somebody and your story becomes an inspiration to that person, how you have come to that point. And so if you want fame and you do not appreciate the pain, it's not beneficial. So for African scientists, there is pain that comes with trying to be famous. And if you don't go through those pains, your success is very, very shallow and limited. The second thing is passion. Last year, we had, and the year before last, we had Dr. Maron's research tips and tricks. And last year, we dedicated it to attitudes. You can go back and look at some of those. But passion is something that I've seen many people do not have in what they do. Passion is the fuel that propels you. If you're not passionate about something, it's not good. So you need to check your passion barometer. And one other thing I tell people, even my students, even my researchers who work with me, is that never at any time in your career journey should you be satisfied that you have accomplished, you have arrived, you have attained the level you should. No, always scrutinize yourself to find room for improvement. I have to say that the world we live today is a skills-based world. It's a skills-based world. There are different skills that you need to develop. So look out for them. During the career talks we have had, one of the things I mentioned to you is being is that for me? Being sufficiently enough time in the wilderness. Many of the things I teach in ASFI today, I developed them 10 to 15 years ago in my career. I developed them. And where I am today, if I left them behind and thinking that I will get them today, I don't have time for such learning anymore. So I use my time at that time to develop certain skills. And what I do today is to bring them out. So please take time to develop your skills, data analysis, communication skills, and so on and so forth. Please do that. And another thing is that if you're a young person, be loyal. I've said that many times. Be loyal to those who are above you. Loyalty can define a lot of things. And you may have skills, but if you do not have loyalty to your boss or those who are ahead of you, your skills really do not matter. For instance, in my own group, if I do not have loyal people and replace them, bring somebody who is loyal and develop their skills. So skills can be developed, but loyalty is a problem, is a character problem that takes much more time. So try to be loyal. Embrace ignorance and failure. There are lessons to learn from being ignorant, lessons to learn from failing in doing things. They are not all negative things. And finally, let me say, I think there are two things I would say. The first one is ambition needs to be measured. Your ambition needs to be conscious. Your ambition needs to be realistic. Many people have ambition, but it's ambition without restrictions. And they go just chasing shadows. Your ambitions need to be realistic. And as your ambition, ensure that you have other components that support that ambition so that you can achieve it. And finally, the world we are is a world of multitasking. Develop your multitasking skills. People who are multitaskers add more value to a place than those who are not. So please, that is the world we are, and you can't run away from it. If you tell yourself, well, I'm not a multitasker, it's a mandatory requirement you need in this world we are today.
Thank you, Prof. Such a valuable advice. I'm sure many young scientists will resonate with this. And finally, we would like to close with your broader vision and hope for Africa. Do you think things can truly change in as people living in Africa? How can we maintain hope without getting frustrated?
Well, I think everybody needs to ask themselves this question, because many times we blame the leaders. For instance, I went to my country several years back, and you go to the street, everybody's blaming, the politician, the president is this, the president is that. And I was hungry for, corn, something, call it maize, roasted corn. So I went to the street with my cousin to get roasted corn, and there is local PA they sell. So, and as I was there, we pointed, okay, give us this, give us that, give us that. And my cousin was leading to buy this thing, and he looked away. But the woman who was selling didn't know I was conscious of what was happening. And I saw that she exchanged what we wanted to buy with something else, with another inferior. And I told him, my cousin, you see, look at this woman is changing. This is not the one we are. And that gave me lots of thought, because, that is corruption. That is integrity problem. And this woman, if you bring the issue of discussion about how bad governance is, she will contribute to that. Don't mind these leaders, they're that. So everyone needs to have self-reflection. Africa can change, things can get better in Africa, but it needs to start from you. It needs to start. Otherwise, things do not change themselves. So when we ask the question, can things change? No, things do not change themselves. It is human beings who change. And until we begin to change, until African scientists begin to do that which is right, things will not change.
Yes, thank you, Professor, for this interview. of your remarkable leadership and unwavering dedication. And we all benefit from SFI and leadership and your leadership. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that impactful section. Prof, thank you so much for the humbling background. It's been quite an enriching one. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Najla, for that, coordination. Prof, just to let you know that some people have indicated interest to compete with you on food cooking. So I'm hoping
My
that maybe
goodness.
by next ASFI anniversary, we might have a virtual cooking competition.
My goodness. That would be wonderful. I'm up for it anytime.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I saw something on the chat here, which is quite encouraging. This is from Iman Samat. He is saying, thank you for standing with the Sudanese scientists and for the dedication to building a brighter future through knowledge and collaboration. Prof, I remember there was a time there was an issue in Sudan and an ASFI offered to give free program and courses to them. I wanted to take a moment, just a minute to speak to that because someone is already appreciating you here, just to, put context to what gave that motivation to ASFI to do that.
Well, if I go back to my faith, because that is what moves me, And I tell you, I've told few people who are close to me. So there was a course it was a systematic review course we were planning last year. And so getting close to the time, there were not many applicants coming. So I was worried, whether we will not have people. And this is the way I communicate with God. This is the way He deals with me. And so I know I was in my kitchen that day trying to cook, do my passion. And I had it to invite Sudanese to ASFI and give them this course free. That was it. And when I hear things like that, I don't resist it. And so that was the instruction from above for Sudanese. I've not said this before, but having the Sudanese community in ASFI over the last 1 year has shown me that it was not a mistake. It was a good move because I can see the benefit it has brought. Last conference we had some testimonies that really shook me of what this meant. So there were people out there God wanted to reach out, and it was through ASFI that this could happen. So this was what happened, and that is the context of it.
Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so much, and thanks to ASFI. Thank you so much. I think on the last note, you mentioned something that the more you just realize that the more you imparted knowledge, the more you gave, the more the more you grew. I just want everyone here to take that as a lesson. I think it's a life principle, givers are always better positioned. Okay, and I see that a lot in the African context. Many people, professors, doctors, want to hoard knowledge. And I guess that is one of the reasons why we don't really grow. So I think this should be a lesson to everyone. The more you give, the more you open up yourself for more. So thanks, Prof, for this fantastic session. Thank you so much, and we do appreciate this. Next on our list, I'll bring up the Director for Science and Communication to ASFI, Dr. Iman Sob. Now we've taken a look at several things that have been achieved, okay? But the question here, I guess most of you will be asking is how do we move on from here? What do we expect going forward? How do we look into the future? What should be expected? Dr. Iman Sob will be giving us that, will be answering that question in the next 10 minutes. Dr. Iman, are you here?
Thank you, Mr. Edward, for presentation. Let me share.
Thank you.
Do you see my screen?
coming up? Not yet. Doctor, not yet.
It is being shared.
I guess it's network. Do you want to stop and reshare?
Yes, it's shared.
If not, Eman, I can share for you from here. Just let me know when you want me to move, Eman. Eman, is that fine? Can you speak now?
I guess she has a network challenge. Let's give her a few minutes or a few seconds. Let's see if she comes back. Otherwise, we can move on to the next item on the list. So while waiting for Dr. Emma to come back, Dr. Emma, okay, I think she's back now. Doctor, are you able to speak now? Could you unmute Dr. Emma Sob and speak?
Eman, are you there?
Yes, just waiting. Yes, okay. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you here and welcome everyone who attended the ASFI 5th anniversary. My name is Iman Sobh. I am the ASFI Director of Science and Communication, and I will go through our future ASFI activities. Okay, next. As you know, we offer several courses every year, and in 2025, we offered the Art of Scientific Leadership, Systematic Reviews and Meta-Analysis course, Art of Academic Supervision, and also we have Making Sense of Data, Research Funding and Grant Writing, and the Art of Scientific Writing and Publishing, and our new course, Research Ethics, along with two new courses, Leadership and Academic Supervision. Next. Yes, we have a course open for application if you would like to apply. So don't miss this opportunity. Application is open until 22nd August, which is research funding and grant writing. And as you know, this is one of the most important courses offered by ASFI. This course will help you to write your grant. And if you work well with group, you will have hands-on and also have comments and complete improvement of your grant application. Next. And we have one of the most interesting courses we asked several times before, which is upcoming in 2026, which is about mixed methods research, qualitative data analysis. It includes quantitative and qualitative data, and then we compare and contrast results of both with a single project and have interpretation. And this is one of the most important for all working in either sciences or social sciences, humanities, because they asked it several times for this. Next. We have seminar series this year is about collaboration, and the upcoming series is one of exemplar of collaboration activities in from experts. From July to October, we have in July research collaboration from a Pan-African perspectives, personal reflections with Prof. Shinya Morendi. And in August, we have research collaboration from a North-South perspective, personal reflection with Prof. Bergman. And in September, collaborative journey towards building Africa's first open access induced pluripotent stem cell biobank. And this is one of the most important topics about stem cells with Prof. Magna. And in October, the pain and the gain of research collaboration. This ones we have learned, and Retail was one of the speakers, participated several times in research seminar, Prof. Babalula. Next. The next ASFI Science Seminar Series in 2025, 7th edition, is about research collaboration from a Pan-African perspectives, personal reflections, which will be in 27th July. So if you didn't apply, please apply, and the application link will be shared with you across the groups. The time will be from 5 to 7 p.m. GMT, and it is a free registration is required. Next. One of the new activities created in 2025 is Prof. Nawaro's Career Talks 101, and the edition 5 in the edition first in January, is edition 2 in March, and edition 3 in May, edition 4 in July. They are all started, and in July we have the roof. In September we have the decorations, and in November we have the tour. This involves workshop last Fridays every other month, and career audit consultations first Friday every other month. So we have workshop, and if you have any consultations, you can join next Friday for consultations in groups. And also if you have any questions to Prof. Nawaro, if you have reflections from the previous workshop, you can have answers and comments. Next. And the Prof. Nawaro Academic Career Talks 101. This edition, fourth edition, is the roof. Sheltering and protecting your career will be in 21st July. So time is coming. Add it to your calendar. It will be from 1 to 2 p.m. GMT. And in the career consultation will be next 8th August, also 12th noon to 2 p.m. So keep it in your calendar, and also free. We have started the ASFI Matched Mentoring Program. We finalized the application to one part of this, and the applicants is still ongoing. They started their projects and working together with this. We have a second call this year, 2025, and also they started working together. We continue with the program implementation, and also it is open for joining. It is a member project. We have the ASFI Scholar or ASFI Scholar. ASFI Scholar is a platform for social, for scientific collaboration, for communication between ASFI members. We have implemented updates, and also still working to implement more updates and more friendly platform. If you are not a member of ASFI Scholar, please do so. And this is one of the most important activities started ASFI research collaboration groups are working together there. We have created spaces for them to meet and collaborate and work together. Next. We started ASFI research journal and already indexed in directory of open access journals and in Google Scholar. We are working to have more indexes like Web of Science Scholar and PubMed, and we are working to make the applications. Yes. We also continue with more vibrant future editions of ASFI Tea Time. ASFI Tea Time is some sort of social and scientific event to connect, create, and celebrate, and get more socialized together, know each other, what are activities, and we have more editions in the way. And one of the most interesting events every year is the ASFI conference and boot camp. The ASFI conference and the virtual boot camp is proved to be one of the most interesting activities. And we have this year collaboration and the talks from one of the most important people working in education and working in collaboration between Africa and Australia is Dr. David McNair. He is Associate Professor of International Relations at Curtin University, Australia. He is the Dean Global Africa and Director of Center of Africa, Australia-Africa Relations. He is the co-chair of Australia-Africa Universities Network, representative of Australia Indian Ocean Rim Academic Group, and the Future Africa Visiting Fellow, University of Pretoria, South Africa. We will have keynote speech about intercontinental collaboration in education and research, the joys and the pains of a mutual need. So keep tuned and add also the date to your calendar. The date of the conference will be 25th to 27th November 2025. And a new program is coming, which is university's exclusive program, ASFI 510 program. We will start it in 2026, but applications will be started soon. This project aims to create clusters of next generation, research champions across African universities by training and mentoring 50 junior scholars in each Africa, 6 regions in research excellence, integrity, and science particulars. And we will have 5 candidates, 10 universities, 6 regions. The selected candidates will be trained in 7 ASFI courses and will be mentored during 2026. Candidates who complete all courses, complete the program, will receive a specific certificate, ASFI Consolidated Research Excellence Capacity Building Certificate. And it is all free. And this is one of the most important points. It is institutions application. Step 1, institutions will apply. Step 2, selection of institutions. And 3, institutions nominate their candidates, and the program is started after this. This is institution only application, and we will open the call from 1st August to 15th September. The decision will be 15th October, and candidates will be nominated 15th October. Program started January 2026. So keep tuned to disseminate the call to your universities, and also it is opportunity for those who didn't participate in ASFI courses previously to join this new activity. Next. And I want to say that this is not all our plan. Each day and each month we have several plans, and we have new activities either created from ourselves or suggested by members, and we are open to achieve your dreams. Thank you for participation in first anniversary, and welcome everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much for that insightful presentation. And I think this truly reflects the vision of ASFI. And I see a lot of free courses. I know that most times people don't really appreciate free courses. But again, I want to challenge everyone here to take advantage of these things because these are, very rich content that could actually help to transform your career and your life. So thank you, Doc, for that presentation. For those who are not members of ASFI, I think this is the right time to become members to be able to benefit from these well-packaged programs. Now, next on our agenda is the introduction of what we call the ASFI Advisory Board. Like you know, ASFI is not a one-man show. ASFI has gone ahead to incorporate an advisory board. Just look at things like strategic, leadership, things like networking and people who have expertise and knowledge that could actually advance and help ASFI to progress. So I'm going to call on the founder of ASFI, Professor Bright, to present the members of this advisory board. Prof?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. You hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the advisory board. We had a colleague who was scheduled to make this presentation, but for some unplanned reason, he couldn't make it. So I will just take that place. So this is the members of the board that we have nominated. And I have to say to you, colleagues, that we have not had advisory board since we started, and that was intentional. As I said during the documentary, what we were bringing, or what we ASFI is bringing here is not a conventional platform. So when I started ASFI, when I reached out to some people, I had some questions they were asking me. So there's always that doubt what people are trying to do and so on and so forth. So I thought it wasn't time to nominate advisory board. Let's move on and let our results begin to speak for us. And thankfully, we have made very good progress, I would say. In fact, I would say it's excellent progress we have made with the milestones we have achieved during these 5 years. And so at this 5th anniversary, we decided then it was time to appoint advisory. And it's also important, as I mentioned during my interview, to say that it's not always a clear path when you work in the context we are trying to raise scientists who will contribute to the development of Africa's society. It's not a clear path. And so you need supporting hand. You need those who have been in the system, those who know where challenges are, those who can tell you, okay, take this process or stop here or do it this way. And so we started thinking about this. And then another thing we also thought about is those who will actually understand ASFI, those who understand ASFI. ASFI is full of young people, it's full of also old people, it's full of hungry people, it's full of people who will make a change. ASFI is a movement. It's not the typical organization. It's a place where unconventional things are done. And so it takes people who understand what is happening here really to give us that guide. And so it was appropriate to wait for some time for people to really get into the system. So then we decided now to appoint these honorable members. And so here I have, as the chair of the advisory board, Professor Vivian Ojong. She's the chairperson. She's the Dean of Research, College of Humanities, University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. We chose her because she has been part of us. If you remember last year conference, we invited her. She graciously, without any hesitation, said, yes, I will come. Then she came. She motivated us highly. And so when we were reflecting on this, we thought of bringing her on board. She knows what we are doing as well. And so we took her up. So Prof, thank you very much for answering our call. She is the chair. We have the secretary, our own Dr. Eunice Fonbele is secretary. She has been with us. I mean, she can tell you her ASFI story as well. She appreciates what we have been doing. She has really been in it. The past president of the ASFI General Assembly, she was the president. She has been the chair of our boot camp committee. She has been participating through our program. So she's a associate professor of literature, gender, and eco-cultural studies, University of Boa, Cameroon. We thought of bringing somebody who has a deep idea, much more than any other member of the board, to be able to also guide them on what is happening. And she accepted to take up this role. I also have Professor Emmanuel Ega. He's a member of the board. He's from the APAC Business School in France. And those who were with us during the conference last year, you know that he was the first keynote speaker that we had. I have interacted with him on other platforms that we belong together. And he's really happy to support us in this role. And then we have Professor Dina Shokri. She's a professor of forensic medicine and clinical toxicology, Cairo University in Egypt. She holds so many other portfolios. If you also remember, she was one of the panelists during our conference last year as well. We reached out to her, and then she accepted to be part of this. And then finally, Professor Gituro Wainaina, he's a member of the board as well. He's a professor in the Department of Management Science and Project Planning, University of Nairobi. Professor Wainaina has been part of us. He was in the conference last year, but he has participated as a speaker in other programs we have had. And then he also accepted to be part of this group, and we are happy to have him here. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we reach out to them, we indicated to. Sorry, somebody's annotating my screen, and let me stop sharing and share again, so that the annotation will go off. So when we reach out to them, we highlighted to them some of the things we would like them to help us with as a board. One of it is to leverage their connections to raise awareness and build community support for ASFI. And I know they are capable of doing that, and they will do that to support us. The second one is to support ASFI management to achieve its goals and expand its global impact. Identify possible funding and other opportunity to support success and sustainability of ASFI activities. Help ASFI make informed decisions towards achieving its goals. Identify and support ASFI in collaborating with key organizations and institutions within and without Africa that will support it to achieve its goals. Provide strategic leadership advice to encourage development of a governance framework for sustainable growth for ASFI. Provide wise counsels that We encourage and support exploration of new frontiers and expansion of ASFI activities and impact, then provide other support that will support the growth of ASFI. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, let me stop here. I present to you the ASFI advisory board. We have informed them we'll take the tenure for 2 years, which is renewable. But yes, I know they didn't plan to come and leave. They have planned to come to stay. So ladies and gentlemen, join me as we celebrate this August group that we have brought on board to support us. Yes, so for that, I present to you the ASFI advisory board. Thank you. I believe that they may want to give some reflections. I see only 2 of them here, perhaps. Yeah, I see the chair and the secretary are here. And so, Prof. Ojong, yes, the floor is yours. And then I have the secretary, Dr. Eunice Fonze from Bele, will follow after you. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much. I am very, very honored. I've been listening keenly. Keynote. I've taken down notes. I've listened to how we, as a movement, we've come from a very humble beginning, and I'm so excited to be part of the team. I originally I'm from Cameroon, but my career, my entire career, has been here in South Africa, and I just wanna say to colleagues, to members, that as a team, we will give it our best. We'll run with the vision, we'll run with the mandate, and we hope for that by God's grace, we'll be able to deliver on the mandate that has been given to us. We are well led. We've heard the heart and the vision of the founder and all the members, of that the leadership team, the executive team. I speak for the board, for the advisory board. We are yet to meet. I'm hoping that immediately after we hit the ground running. We have exciting ideas. We've read the history. From the different skills and the opportunity that offers us in terms of the developments, be able to contribute with all your support. Let me say thank you. I'm very humbled by the appointment, and I'll give it my best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right. The secretary, Dr. Eunice Fonze from Bele, the floor is yours. We can't hear you, Doctor. I'm not sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to serve ASFI and to serve Africa. It's a profound honor to me to join the advisory board of the African Science Frontiers Initiative as the secretary, as it has been announced. I accepted to be a board member with all my heart because I'm inspired by ASFI's commitment to advance African science, to advance scientific capacity across Africa, and to look forward to working alongside fellow board members to foster innovation, to strengthen partnerships, and to empower the next generation of African scientists. I stand on the shoulder of the president who just spoke, and you got the passion with which he accepted the vision. So together we will work and we can be able to assist Prof. Bright ASFI General Assembly to shape a future where African science leads and transform communities across the continent and even beyond. So thank you for this opportunity to serve Africa, to serve ASFI, and to serve African science. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if any other member of the board is here. Otherwise, yeah, Edward, I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Prof. And big congratulations to the advisory board. Professor Vivian, thank you so much for accepting to be the chairperson for the advisory board. And I'm looking forward to, in the next couple of years, where you could invite the members of ASFI to come to South Africa to host a physical conference. Thank you. And we believe in your expertise, we believe in your experience, and we know that you will make ASFI proud. Thank you so much. So next on our agenda, we are gradually coming to an important section of our event, which is our gala dinner. But before then, we're going to take up a short testimonial from our own dear person, Dr. Uchechi Onyedikachi. She is the Vice President for Membership Drive, ASFI General Assembly. Dr. Uchechi, are you here to share
Yes,
with
I am.
your journey so far with ASFI? Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Can I?
evening.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to share on stage with very, very important personalities who have come to be part of ASFI at 5. And I'm also proud to be one of those. And I also appreciate the opportunity to be taking testimonials on this very, very important event of ASFI. Testimonials, of course, we know are a proof of credibility, they're a proof of impact, and they're a proof of trust of this organization. So they are very, very important before we end today's program. And so we'll be hearing from different individuals who have been chosen to present their testimonials of ASFI. We decided to choose about 5 of them, plus myself, just because of the want of time to represent the various parts of Africa. And so let's see how ASFI has impacted them as I call them forth. So sit tight and enjoy this. So let me make welcome Dr. Jerita Mwabi from East Africa. Dr. Jerita, are you here? Dr. Jerita, are you here? If she's not here, I think Dr. Valili Dwai can start while we wait for her. Okay. Kindly take you have 4 minutes to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, Jerita, you can unmute yourself, please.
Okay.
Am I coming now?
Yes, please, you can.
Fine. Thank you very much, Doc. Honored to be amongst the people who are providing this testimonial. I know that I'm very constrained in terms of time. For me, the relevance of tonight's event is in terms of time and space. I've just arrived home coming from Colombia, where we are forming a strong partnership between Africa and Latin American countries towards making a point that we've got visible and impactful collaborative international research projects. This project that we have just started subscribes fully to the ASFI goals and vision. And I'm happy that having just completed, I'm here to celebrate the work that was started by our guru, Professor Bright Nwaru, and I'm going to talk briefly in terms of his efforts. And soon after I joined this association, Professor Maru asked me to deliver a speech on the topic, the role of non-governmental organizations in expanding their research frontiers. That discussion was very powerful. I also learned from it myself in terms of the quality of engagement that Prof facilitated, because we learned from that conversation that really developmental work needs to be understood as inherent with power dynamics, and what is claimed to be development and thus to be research will always be contested in terms of political relations and materialist interest. Soon thereafter, I participated in a number of seminars, workshops, and conferences that started in 2023, and I've been very happy that I grew in that space, including what my group 3 managed to publish in the ASFI research journal early this year. So to that particular group, that was a big breakthrough, because we produced a paper which is along the multi, intra, and transdisciplinary research approaches. So one can read that paper and see how we approached the research topic in terms of MIT approaches. Lastly, I wanted to highlight the question of leadership in Africa as it was presented by Dr. Daniel Kamanga around the notion of integrity. We don't have any more powerful person in ASFI than our own Professor Bright Nwaru, who's the embodiment of integrity, of authenticity, of living for a dream that is bigger than self, of being the cause in the matter, as conceptually was explained today. And I'm very, very happy that I'm serving under the organization led by this powerful African son of the soil. So thank you very much, Prof. Bright, and keep up doing the good work. But as the collective, as the agency, will be there to support you so that indeed Africa can rise. Thank you, Viva. Power to the people. Thanks, Program Director.
Thank you very much, Dr. Valili. That was a very good one. We kept to time. So permit me welcome others as well. Dr. Jerita, are you here now? Dr. Jerita?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm around. Thank you. I could not mute myself. I was not given the right. Thank you very much. I want to testimonial for what I've achieved in ASFI, and this was through a colleague who had forwarded to me the ASFI grant writing course. I applied. I was very interested because I was struggling with proposal writing. I had no skills. So immediately I got the confirmation message. I actually attended all the activities. I interacted with the participants from different countries, from different disciplines. I learned a lot. One thing I also learned from there was Professor Nwaru was so patient. You know, I was so surprised. You know, he could answer even the foolish questions we asked. So it was very motivating. After that, once in the group had now posted a grant, a call, I immediately took up the call. I was so motivated. I organized 3 of my colleagues. We actually embarked on the proposal writing. You know, I had to apply the skills that I had learned. And I was so excited because our proposal went through. That was in 2022. We did the project and we submitted our report last year, December. So I was so motivated because of what I had learned, and I continued to attend several courses. Last year, we also got another funding from our institution, and this is because of the skills that I learned from ASFI. I've continued to attend many courses. This year, we were able to publish a paper. I was so excited. So I have really learned a lot from ASFI. ASFI is a place to encourage, especially the young scientists. Please continue to attend the ASFI courses. There is a lot that you can learn from. Long live ASFI. Thank you, Professor Nwaru. Indeed, this is a movement, and we will continue to support you. We'll continue to attend the courses and even to amplify ASFI in our areas and in our countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jerita. That was a very good one. Please, I don't know if Mrs. Uche is here. Can we just clap for her? She really kept to time, sharing excerpts from everything she has been learning from ASFI. Thank you so much, Dr. Jerita. Is Mrs. Uche here? And our very own Professor Eunice. If she's not here, you can take the stage while we wait for Mrs. Uche. Thank you.
I'm here.
Okay. You can go ahead.
So, yes, good afternoon, everyone. Happy anniversary to ASFI. My name is Chebeniza. I'm a Nigerian pharmacist and a female African scientist. And so I came across ASFI through a link shared by a friend from Ghana. And I was curious because of my background in civil society, and also because I've worked for several international organizations and I understand the power of networking. So I thought it was just a networking platform. So out of curiosity, I clicked the link and it was doing the review course. And interestingly, I was in the middle of my PhD, which is my objective one is on a systematic review, and I've been doing some self-learning. And through that course, I was able to fill the gaps that I had encountered during my self-learning effort. And I was like, wow, this is not real. And who is this professor all the way from Sweden that is teaching us like little children? And I was very excited. And I said, wow, I think it's a place to be. And I want to say that I can probably say that I'm now very good in systematic review methodology. Go back to my supervisors back and forth in my objective one. And coincidentally, I also joined the Umbrella Review group. And that was my first time of hearing about Umbrella Review. And I was like, what is this all about? And one interesting thing about Professor Nwaru was that even when the teams don't come up with their weekly tasks, like he talked about anger, I'll be like, let me see what Professor Nwaru will do. And he will, quietly and graciously, understand the excuses that have been made and encourage us to continue going further. So I'm happy and proud to be associated with ASFI. I've also been asking people to please join, and I'll continue to do so. And I look forward to a brighter ASFI. And someone, please, you have a scientist somewhere in Africa waiting to impact the world just like you are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm happy.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Uchi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's just welcome Professor Eunice. I guess you're here. And then Dr. Keziah. I think you'll be the last person, then myself. Thank you.
Yes,
Professor
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much. Yeah, the testimonial is for the African Science Frontiers Initiative. And I'm giving my testimonial as the pioneer president of the ASFI General Assembly. For me, it's a journey rooted in purpose. And my scientific journey began with a deep curiosity about the world and an unwavering belief in Africa's potential to lead in research and in innovation. But then, like many African scientists, I faced the familiar challenges of limited resources, fragmented networks, and the struggle for global recognition. It was within this context that ASFI emerged. ASFI happened to me. And ASFI to me is not just an organization. ASFI is a beacon for those who dare to dream of a stronger, united scientific community. The pioneer president of the African Science Frontier Initiative's General Assembly, I have had the privilege to help lay the foundation for a strong, vibrant African scientists committed to excellence and collaboration. So through our collective efforts, we established key pillars such as the mentorship programs, the targeted training workshops, the dynamic networking opportunities that have really significantly enhanced the visibility and career growth of so many African researchers. So for me, leading the General Assembly allowed me to witness firsthand how ASFA fosters an environment where emerging scientists gain critical skills, build lasting professional relationships, and find platforms to showcase their work globally. I have in fact witnessed young scientists, once uncertain of their place in the global arena, blossom into confident leaders and innovators. You could see how my sister Patricia talked today with a lot of passion. That is the IFA spirit. She has been empowered to pursue bold ideas. We have all been empowered to pursue these ideas, and these are ideas that are now shaping policy, advancing technology, and addressing Africa's most pressing challenges. So ASFA has been a catalyst for my growth personally. And through its network, I've engaged with brilliant minds from every continent, and I've exchanged ideas that have enriched my research and forged partnerships that continue to yield groundbreaking results. And the visibility and support provided by ASFA are national platforms for me. I have been invited in so many leadership sponsored journeys that I am going on just because of my presence in ASFA. So ASFA is helping to amplify African voices in a global scientific discourse. But beyond my personal achievements, what fills my heart with the greatest pride is witnessing the ripple effect of ASFA's work. My students in Cameroon and other universities, they get it from the programs I organize. The initiative has become a nurturing ground for me and for the next generation of African scientific leaders. We are individuals who are not only advancing knowledge, but also inspiring hope and progress within our communities. So as we celebrate ASFI's 5th anniversary, I am filled with gratitude for the journey we have shared, and I thank every collaborator. I thank every visionary who has contributed to this remarkable story. IFA is more than a professional network. It is a family bound by a commitment to excellence, integrity, and the belief that African science can and will change the world. I urge you to embrace the opportunities that ISFA offers. Engage fully, share your insights, and let your aspirations soar. Together, we are building a legacy of innovation, resilience, and unity that will inspire generations to come. So let us continue to do boldly and lift each other as we advance the frontiers of African sciences. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Eunice. If you know that everyone who has spoken, Prof. Eunice and others, resonates with what you've enjoyed in ASFI, you can use the reaction button just to, show what you feel. For me, I'm overly elated. I'm blessed to be in ASFI. Let's see if Dr. Keziah is here. Is Dr. Keziah here?
I don't see her here. I don't see her. Perhaps you can do yours.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone who has spoken. Like I said earlier, these are just a few persons who were chosen just to depict what ASFI has, how ASFI has touched our lives. And it would be very wrong if I should leave this without sharing how ASFI has touched me. I joined ASFI post PhD. That was at the end of 2022, and I had a unique experience. At that point, I lacked clarity. of my vision and my career as an academic. And not just that, we had an 11-month long strike here in Nigeria. And after PhD, I knew I wanted more. But then I had no mentor. And lo and behold, I came across one of the opportunities to be part of ASFI free courses for systematic reviews. And lo and behold, I applied, and then I wasn't selected. And just like everyone has said about Professor Bright, I looked for him everywhere. Thank God we're in the digital space. And I found him on LinkedIn. Probably that's why my love for LinkedIn. And I chatted him up privately. I expressed how sad I was that I was not selected. And lo and behold, I got a response. It's very difficult to get responses from conveners, especially when you're making that kind of request. And then he told me he has kept me on the wait list, and that for people who don't show up, he would replace me with them. And that was what happened. I joined the program, I gave it my all, and I was like, oh, what have I been waiting for all this while? And from then, 2022, now 2025, I'll be on ASFI platform. I've been volunteering, developing my skills, joining our courses. Okay, that of grantsmanship, how to develop your grant writing skills, systematic reviews and meta-analysis, not just that, and a lot of programs. And I tell you, a lot have changed about me. I developed my voice. Okay, I remember volunteering to become one of the General Assembly leaders as a communication and public engagement vice president. I'm telling you that everything changed. There, ASFI gave me the platform to amplify my voice as speaking on a stage like this, which was not there earlier. And Professor Bratt will always train us. Even when you don't know what to do, you can always reach out to him and he'll tell you, okay, do it this way. And that was what we did. And lo and behold, a lot of benefits have come with it. I've won grants, I've won awards. And then the spotlight on the list was a program I attended last year where I think Dr. Benga Olori from Unilag, Project I2M, was invited. And she opened our eyes about patenting, commercialization, and how to develop our products from ideas. And that was how I began. Today, I have a product. That idea gave me a product. Today, I'm at the verge of commercializing. Today, my patent will soon be approved, and a whole lot. So tell me why you will not be on ASFI. So if you were like me, a rustic of a sort at that time, why don't you beacon your friends to join? I'm now the membership vice president. You can reach out to me, reach out to Dr. Ajibola, reach out to every one of us, and come let us enjoy the space together and grow as African scientists. We heard it all today. Professor Bright said ASFI is not just a place to build career and personal growth. It's a place, it's a movement, he called it. Yes. So let's join this movement. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak, Professor Bright and everyone. Congratulations to all of us. Please, can we just cheer ourselves? Let's clap, let's react. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Ochechi. Thank you so much.
I heard that Kezia is around. Do you want to give her?
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, Professor Bright, and your entire team. And this is Dr. Kezia Mkwizu speaking from Tanzania. And I would like to say a huge congratulations for celebrating 5 years of SFI. And I'm thankful for being nominated and being given the certificate for being the Best Reviewer Award. And that award is, I'm really appreciative of that award. And also for this opportunity to contribute in the ASFI, I had the opportunity to discuss about grants for research and also many thanks for featuring me on the international of SFI to celebrate women and their academic achievements. I am grateful and thank you. I wish SFI many more years of growth and excellence. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to you, Edward. Thank you so much, Dr. Keziah. That was really insightful. God bless us. God bless
Thank you, Dr. Ochechi and your team for that wonderful testimonial. Quite appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I believe we are all ambassadors of ASFI. What we've received, pass it on to the next generation. And for your products, there's a background commercial. I don't mind coming to take a picture with you on the day of the
Thank
lab.
you. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So we've come to a big section of our program, the virtual gala dinner. And I have here with us Dr. Samuel Abba Nigbe to take us through this. Dr. Samuel, are you here?
Yeah, very much alive. And yeah,
How to you?
dancing floor already.
I can't wait. I
Thank you
can't
very
wait.
much,
I can't wait for my dinner package now.
Okay. Just grab your cup, get your snacks, and let's get the fun going. Distinguished colleagues, invited guests, and friends of ASFI, you can agree with me that this evening has been a celebration, an evening of reflection. And of course, I must also say that it has been an evening of another celebration of one of our leaders to be members of the advisory board. That's the person of Professor Eunice. And it's an evening that all of us want to celebrate our selfless work as members of this great movement. Esteemed General Assembly members, distinguished guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you. My name is Samuel Adewale Abanibe. I am a Nigerian, a Yoruba man to be precise, from Yewa Wori. And in my culture, in my tribe, we like dancing, we like singing, and we like drinking, and we like whining. And I think we do this to celebrate all the good things that we have achieved. So I want to enjoy every one of us to pick our glasses. I have a lot of glasses around me here. I don't know if I want to borrow you. I can send one across to you. Okay. I have a wine glass. I have a tea glass. I have a coffee mug. I also have a beer cup. If anyone you want, just a cup for your juice, please let me know. I'm going to give it to you. This evening, this evening is a valuable night of celebration. A night that we want to celebrate and reflect on our achievements as a movement of radical change as African scientists, a night that we are passionate about as a scientist who are passionate about changing the society of Africa. And I want to recognize our anchor, the brain boss, let me use that word, the brain boss behind African science revolution. And if you want to celebrate all our strengths, distinguished colleagues, friends, and guests, and board of trustees of ASFI, I encourage all of you to give a standing ovation. If you are sitting, wherever you are, please stand up. Well, I enjoy everyone to be seated. I enjoy Professor Nwaro to be seated. Let every one of us stand up on our seat, wherever we are. Let's give a word of congratulations to ourselves. One, I want us to say it in our culture. In Yoruba language, we said, congratulations, we said, Akurire. So you say in your own culture. Please, let's unmute everybody so everybody can echo it, your own culture, your own diet. Just say congratulations. Let me hear it. Let's echo it to celebrate ourselves. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great time.
Congratulations.
Nigeria.
Years of impact.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Samuel.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This mood of celebration, I want us to note that the set man of this movement, Professor Bryce Unwavering, actually has a very big dream. And that dream is even beyond himself. And on this note, I want to enjoin us to dance to a song.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. I want us to dance to a song whatever we are
Oh,
in
yeah,
our
no.
rooms. Yes, just listen. You listen, get the song now. The song is coming up. It's titled Big Dream. And it's a song that's sung by Ranch Shupe and the Rubberman Band. Please, let's hear the song and while everybody dance.
Let the music roll on.
The music is coming up. The music is coming up. It's coming up.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
coming
no.
up.
And don't let them know that they have won. When you walk with pride, don't show the hurt inside, because the pain will soon be gone.
Wow.
When you dream
Dream
big, as big as the ocean blue. When you dream it might come true. When you dream big,
Dream big.
When you laugh, be sure to laugh out loud, cause it will carry all your cares away. When you see the beauty all around and in yourself, it will help you feel okay. When you pray for strength, that you help you carry on when the troubles come your way. When you dream big, as big as the ocean blue. When you dream it might come true. When you dream big.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that song. The song speaks to it. When you dream, please dream big. And ASFI is a dream, and the dream is even bigger than the visionary.
We don't hear you, Samuel. We don't hear you.
Yeah, maybe from this set there. I've moved myself here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Samuel. Can hear you clearly.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. So while that is going on, let me quickly call on Professor Eunice to give us her poem. Ode to ASFI.
Thank you very much. Entitled Ode to ASFI. It's written by you from Berlin. The poem goes thus. ASFI, rainmaker of African innovation, drumbeats of discovery, nurturer beneath the acacia, sunrise over the continent of minds, womb of wisdom, the baobab heart of African science, Mother ASFI, cradle of dawn, with arms wide as the Serengeti sky, you gather the scattered seeds of wisdom. Rainbringer, soul keeper, you whisper hope in the baobab's shade, nurturing dreams where rivers run deep. ASFI, your vision, a sunrise over Kilimanjaro, ignites the minds of tomorrow's griots, weaving stories of molecules and stars. You are the drumbeat in the heart of the village. Gentle rain on the parched earth, the guiding wind that shapes the acacia's reach. ASFI, projects blossom in your fertile embrace. A wildflower in the savannah's expanse. From the mountain's edge, you teach the children to dance with atoms, to sing with, to heal with light, their laughter echoing through the open veils. ASFI, programs flow from your hands like rivers, carrying knowledge to tasty roots, bringing deserts of doubt with bridges of trust. You are the lioness, fierce and tender, regarding the cup of discovery. Your wisdom, an ancient drumbeat beneath their feet. Oh, ASFI, you are the morning dew on yam leaves, the golden sun warming cassava fields. You are the lullaby in the scientist's heart. With every breath, I praise your nurturing spirit. I promise to lift Africa's gaze to the stars, my love for you endless as the Sahara sands. Mother of minds, keeper of futures, you are the pulse of the continent awakening, a symphony of progress sung in many tongues. In your embrace, Africa's science rises, rooted in heritage, reaching for infinity. And I, your child, am forever grateful. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's a very long. Let's clap our hands together. Let's jam the hands together to see the dream and to see ASFI the Savannah. Yeah, colleagues, I want us to enjoy another song this evening, and that song is called "Man in the Mirror." And I want you to reflect on this song as the song is going on, and I enjoy you to enjoy it. You're gonna come on videos, you enjoy it.
As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know, starting with asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been if you want to make a world, change. And I picked them up. A selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there are some alone. Maybe with me, pretending I cannot fall. A willow deeply sky, somebody's broken heart.
Wow. Thank you, Prof, for that. That song is telling us that if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. If you really want to make a better Africa, we have to look at ourselves and make a reflection of ourselves as a better Africa. Colleagues, let me present to you another poem by one of us, Dr. Patricia. She's going to give to us a poem titled The Luminary. Dr. Patricia, over to you, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As said, my poem is titled The Luminary. It goes thus. Building bridges across minds, disciplines, and nations of Africa. Restoring long-lost hope that Africa is great and can rise again. Igniting in all the passion for innovative and impactful research. Guiding and mentoring the lost, the ignorant, and the confused. In a continent written off as dark, transforming them into visionaries. Noble is your mission to raise scientists with right competencies. With a nimble mind and visionary heart, you empower all to advance Africa's developmental and transformational agenda, righteously weaving tips and tricks into tools of innovative research, unlocking potentials, generational confidence, and resilient systems. Oh, spread the news. Let it sound, let it ring, make it loud. From the west to the south, African-based solutions are needed to lift Africa for science is the engine for innovation, impact, and development. Frontiers must be expanded for sustainability and equity. Initiatives must be harnessed for the rise of our great continent. Thank you. Written by my humble self.
Wow, thank you very much. Let's jam our hands together for that beautiful poem. Yes, a very lovely poem. Very lovely poem. Yeah, colleagues, we have another item here. It's going to be is a dance, a Makossa dance from Cameroon, and it's going to be presented to us by one and only the pioneer president of ASFI General Assembly, Professor Eunice. Please let's have the introduction to the dance. Why the dance come up, and everybody should dance the song.
Song.
We can hear the sound, Prof.
Oh yes, this is the Africa we need to work for. You can see Somians crying for Africa. So we have every reason to work for Africa. Transform Africa. So we don't see this suffering again.
No sound, please, no sound.
Wow. Wow. The network is not really making us enjoy this sash. Yeah, thank you, Professor Eunice. Can you say something about that song for us? Just in a minute, 30 seconds. Say something about the song. Unmute yourself, Professor Eunice.
Okay, thank you very much. The song is all about the sufferings that we can experience in all the streets in Africa, and that urges us to work as Africans, to look within us and work as Africans to transform Africa, to make Africa what we want. Thank you very much.
Dr. Samuel, you're muted.
Yeah, colleagues, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Edward. Yeah, we are moving into the program, and we are going to have some set of music that's cut across all regions of Africa. But before to be a toast by one of us, and I will enjoy us. That if you don't have your glass with you, I have my glass with me and I have my wine. So if you don't have your glass, please get your glass, get your wine, get your drink. If you don't have a drink with you, you can just stand up and raise your tongue up. Okay, we can toast with our tongue. So when I call on Mawada, please take the floor and lead us through the toast. Mawada, over to you.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Issues. I was fine until like 1 minute ago. So
okay, fine.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Mota Abakar. I'm here to ask you first to grab a drink and fill in your glass to join us in this toast. Okay. So to start, ASFI has been lifting up science in Africa in the best way possible. I have recently joined in the last couple of months, and to say that the impact is powerful on me personally and on everyone else, saying that is actually an understatement. And they have shown me that science isn't just in the labs, it's for leading change and inspiring others in many, many ways. And I have been told about the program from a friend who was told from her friend as well. So that created a chain that is going to help us build a future that is rooted in knowledge. So wherever you are, please raise your glasses, and I hope you have something inside them. No empty glasses allowed. So here's for 5 brilliant years, and hopefully many more.
Let everyone should open your video. Let's raise our glass. Let's toast. This is a very nice movement. Go on.
Yes.
Go on, Mawada, please.
My camera is not working at the moment. I'm sorry.
Oh. Mawada.
Yeah?
We can't hear you again.
Yeah. Here's to 5 more and more many years to come. So cheers.
Cheers. You can click our glasses on the screen of our system. I will take the drink to celebrate the 5-year journey so far. Thank you very much. Now let's listen to another song by Master KG featuring Burna Boy and Marcelo Jerusalema. Please, let's have it, please.
Oh, Jerusalem.
Jerusalem,
You're not dancing, no?
I'm not perfect. As a children, I
can see the Kankechi gigging it. I can see your hand. Let me look at the room and see who are dancing. Okay, I can see Margaret. Okay, also shaking the body. Thank you very much. Good. Lizzie Edward also is shaking her body there. You're not shaking your body. Yeah, Prof, let us have a question of song from Sudan, Al Bambu, Al Sudani, I believe. Let's enjoy that. Our Sudanese friends, you are going to see a dance now, and I trust the Nigeria to dance to this one. Let's have it. The audio, the audio, the audio. Wow, thank you very much. Another song that is coming up now is from Ethiopia. I want to take our journey to the east of Africa. Erukum from Ethiopia. Okay, colleagues, I hope you are enjoying yourself. Well, we'll take another song. Okay, Mario from Nairobi. That's the Cool Water, Nairobi.
Nairobi 2015 kibarika asubuhi kijua fani sauti kali saa 5. Oh, Nairobi 2015 nikamchagua yeye katikati ya wenzake watano, nikamuomba kanio moyoni Mungu nikampa moja. She's my number moja, nikamuomba kaniomba namba, moyoni wangu nikampa moja. Oh, she's my number moja, yani namba isha kwamba nikisha.
Okay, now let's converge together wherever we find ourselves in Europe, in America, that we are an African. And that will present another song to us, Yemi Alade, featuring Sauta Soul, titled Africa. Let's have the
What? Yeah. I am. Yeah, me, I like it. Don't be so. This my African head, them gon' love you. Yeah. My African lips, them gon' kiss you. Oh. My African lips, get down to you. Oh. Freaking legs that go front for you. Whether you come here to break down, maybe you come here to shake hands. You come here to make it like never would it reject motherland. Whether you come here to protect you, be not to find you. Everything they reject motherland. There you go.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, you can agree with me, it has been an excitement. And I want to close this session with a poem, which is written by myself. And the poem is titled ASFI, The Moving Pandemic. ASFI, the moving pandemic. ASFI, the virus of radical change for sustainable African society. ASFI, the bug that stink the Black scientists to bring about their potential into manifestation for beautiful African environments. ASFI, the eyes that see through various lenses at a point to preserve our cultural diversity for African economy. ASFI, the echo of capacity building, networking, team building, leadership awareness. ASFI, the sound of never say no from the convener, the carrier of the pandemic. Can this pandemic stop, colleagues? Oh, nope, never, it can never stop. It is a moving infection. And I say, long live Africa, long live Africa scientists, long live ASFI. Colleagues, it's a very good evening for us here and to celebrate this 5-year journey of African scientists. And we close the session by a song by Bob Marley titled African Unite. We close the session and we return to Edward. African Unite by Bob Marley. Okay, Edward, it's like that. We have a technical issue. Edward, over to you. Thank you. Edward, over to you.
Okay. You hear me? This is the closing remarks. So let me take it from here. All right. So colleagues, we have had good time. Just want to say a few words before we go. So please bear with me as we wrap this session up. I just want to start by appreciating everybody who has come today, and to also mention certain people who have been quite pivotal in making this a reality. I want to thank the SFI management, Dr. Emma Sub, Dr. Ajibola, Mrs. Lizzie Onyewako, Mr. Edward Onyewako, Mrs. Jane Loveday, for all the effort you have all put in driving this movement, working behind the scenes, making many sacrifices. I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much. And then my next appreciation go to my children, my 3 daughters. When this dream came, I talked with them. They have been my greatest cheerleaders. They have been there sharing my inspirations. And I've used them as audiences for many of my sessions. You can imagine that. So I really thank them for this effort and for the support. I want to thank the current General Assembly leaders led by Dr. Domisani Hampashe and the past General Assembly leaders led by Dr. Eunice Fonse Fombele. Thank you very much for all the work you're doing with the General Assembly, with your sacrifices. It shows that this movement resonates with you. And for taking up this task is not something that I take for granted. Thank you very much. And then the committee leaders, the conference committee leader, Dr. Vera Otiende, who has been there for now getting to 4 years since she took up that role and has been really sterling in her leadership. Dr. Eunice Fonze Fombele for the bootcamp committee you have chaired, for Dr. Nidal Esa, working with the match mentoring, and handing over to Dr. Nejla Taha recently. All committee members and the various project coordinators. I can't mention everyone here, but I just want to appreciate you all. I want to appreciate all speakers and anchors of ASFI programs during these last 5 years, and current ones, and even those who have anchored today. Thank you very much for the efforts and the support. All ASFI Research Journal editors, I thank you for the work you're doing to drive that section of the program, to create a platform where young and old, or advanced scientists can publish with confidence, publish excellently. All our partners over the years, thank you for the support you have given us. And friends and silent supporters, I have to tell you, somebody was asking, if you didn't become a scientist, what will you have done? And some people are surprised. I tell you, I would have been a pastor. Trust me. So I have many close relationship with men of God. So I just want to mention a few of them here. Pastor Revelation and his team, Pastor Gulok Uchebike and his team, Pastor Michael Ikumosin and his team, Pastor Kingsley Okuwe, some of them were here. They have been a source of encouragement. They have been a source of encouragement. And for our vendors, you may wonder who have been doing these fantastic works, developing the ASFI Scholar, ASFI Meet, ASFI Research Journal, our flyers, colorful ones, the documentaries you have just watched here, the website we have built. We have had very good partners, vendors who have understood where we are, and have supported us. So I appreciate them all. And all participants in SFI programs who have solidarized with us all this while, and today I continue to do that. I appreciate you all. As for during the last 5 years, what is my take? It has been a journey, as I mentioned, a journey of learning, a journey of insight, generation. This is our vision we set out from the beginning. And as we go through this, the encounters I have had, the experiences, the interactions I have had, and I started thinking, was this vision comprehensive enough? Or should it be something close to this? This is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda through innovative scientific research. But as I reflect more, I'm asking myself, should it actually be to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies, attitudes, character, commitment, and patriotism to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda? You can reflect this with me, but honestly, this journey has taken me through lots of reflection so that we can get it right. But I bet you this is where we should be. This is where we should be. So it has been a journey of learning and insight in many fronts. But the question I have for you, several of you have left. For those who are here, are you part of ASFI, or are you behind the scene cheering us? Please come forward. Make yourself visible so that we can see you. Don't sit on the fence. Maybe you're unsure whether you should be part of this. I hope that this afternoon and this evening we have convinced you that this is a place you need to be. You may be asking, well, I'm not a scientist or that. Well, we have some series we have done in the past. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see one series we did was Who is a Scientist? But I want to tell you that SFI does not in any way discriminate. You don't need to be whether a hard scientist or a soft scientist. As far as you want a better Africa, there is room for you to join us. And I encourage you, please come forward. We need you. We need all hands. You can give us ideas. You can support us in different ways. Come forward and join us. You can start by joining our platforms. We have our website. Sign to our YouTube channel, subscribe. Send our videos to your colleagues. Let them know. We have ASFI Meet, we have ASFI Scholar. The ASFI Scholar, if you have not joined, is a place you need to join, actually, to make yourself visible, to connect, to interact with others. We also have our LinkedIn page. Many of you have been connecting. We appreciate that. Please encourage others to do the same. And we also have our WhatsApp group, community group you can join to receive information about what is going on. And we also have our X account. You can also follow us on X. Yes, let me just repeat this, that this year we have the privilege of going outside Africa, but somebody who is doing fantastic thing for Africa. He's doing fantastic thing. And so when I sent it to David, this is what is happening. We would like you to come forward. He has no resistance. He said, Bright, for what you are doing, I will come. And I tell you, the story of ASFI is being written across the world. I had a leadership mentor from Denmark. He sent me an email a few months ago. He said, Bright, I went to London and I was interacting with the was saying, I think he said a South African ambassador in London. He said he was telling him about what SFI. He said, I've not heard about that organization, but when you're telling me, if it's true, I will check it out. And he was telling me, Bright, the story SFI is creating is inspiring. And so this is one of it. We have been able to capture the attention of somebody who is not an African, who sees benefit of what we are doing. So I wouldn't want you to miss this conference. It's going to be a unique one. We have themed it beyond boundaries, breaking collaborative frontiers for impactful research and career. Registration starts tomorrow. The abstract is already open. Okay, so after this evening, we're going to share it. Prepare your abstract. There's no restriction of the abstract to submit from any subject whatsoever. Send it across. We are happy to create a platform where you can make your voices known. So please don't be told about what will happen in November. Join us in this. And of course, Eman has mentioned this. If you want to see how other people have not only succeeded, but also have struggled to create impact, to establish a collaboration. July to the end of the year, we have secure speakers from July to October. Please join us as we hear these stories. You'll be surprised to see a Swedish lady here. And I tell you, some people are creating impact also in Africa, even in this. So this Lena is traveling from Sweden to South Africa to make collaboration, to make impact. I invite you to come and hear her story, and for everyone here, of course. And so please, first one you need to do is to register for the session that is already in this July. Register and join us as we hear the perspective from Pan-African experience of our brother. All right, yeah, this will be launched soon. So please, if you want your institution to be part of this, you begin to make the background work, because we want to cover the whole continent. But this will be very strict selection, in any institution, or one of the criteria is that the person that should be a candidate that should be selected must not have attended any ASFI programs or courses. We want to really support institutions, and this is one way we can do it. All right. Thank you for your support. I have to tell you, colleagues, for the five years we have been, I tell you that ASFI has not received $1 of funding from anybody. All right. Even though I told you this is an inspiration from above, this is a movement that I've been given. And that is what has sustained it. Edward was saying, he said 3 years non-governmental organizations collapse. But this has been sustained. If you want to support us in any way, we wouldn't say no. Okay? We don't go around begging people to do this. But if you feel, well, what SFI is doing, I'm inspired by it. We have staff we are paying. We have staff we are paying. We have programs we are running. We have platforms we have created. We are doing quite a lot of things, but we have not received funding from anyone. And that really catches my attention. Africa's problem is not just money. And I think when we come together in this way, we'll have a lot to achieve together. Thank you very much for coming this evening. Thank you for the support you have given us. And we appreciate all you have helped us to achieve. All right, Edward, I'm not sure if you're there. I think the last item is to
from here.
Yes, to take the pictures. Take the pictures.
Yes, thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we hear you.
So, distinguished leaders, I want to thank you all for creating time to be part of this wonderful program. Thanks to Dr. Professor Bright. Thanks to everyone who has spoken. We have come to the end of the program. It's time for picture taking and networking. So I want to advise everyone to please kindly turn on your camera as we take our group picture. Just go ahead and turn on your camera, after which you can go on to network. You can exchange contact and network. So please kindly turn on your camera, everyone. Kindly turn on your camera. Okay. I'm going to be taking the picture at the count of 3. Prof, if you could okay, so are you ready? If your camera is not on, you might be missing in this picture. Who knows if this picture might be the picture that you're going to use for your presidential campaign in the next couple of years to show evidence that you are part of ASFI. So kindly turn your camera. So at the count of 3, I'm going to take the picture. 1, 2, 3. This is the first badge. So hold on. Hold on. I'm going to take the second one.
Okay. Change your style.
Yeah, you can change your style. You can change
Okay.
your style.
Okay,
Yes,
like that.
you can show your African style.
How do we do that?
You can change your style.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you have, if you are sitting down, you could stand up. And if you are standing, you could sit down.
Okay. About sleeping, I'm taking the picture.
You could just be awake.
I join it from home. Standing up is not convenient.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've captured the picture. Do have a wonderful evening. Feel free to network. But before we go, I'm gonna do something, Prof, if you permit me, just in a minute. I'm gonna give 3 persons 15 seconds just to say a word of appreciation to ASFI. I'm gonna call your name randomly. I have Nelson. Nelson, are you able to speak? After Nelson, I'm gonna call on Ahmed Hussein, and I'm gonna call on Moses. 3 of you can just speak in 15 seconds just to say a word.
Okay. May I start first?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for everybody. My name is Ahmed Hussein. I'm Sudanese, but I'm residing in Czech Republic, working for Czech Academy of Science. I'm in a great debt and in a great appreciation for SFI for giving the chance for the Sudanese academic researcher who are suffering from the conflict going on. I'm one of the people who get benefited from this opportunity. I'm really appreciating, and I'm looking forward to expand the activities and collaboration in different fields. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Nelson, Moses.
Oh, I am amazed. This opportunity today has been a wonderful one. So I am delighted, like I just said. I'm happy and I would want to come on board. I thank God for ASFI, and I look forward to working with the team and all the other members of the group. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you so much.
Yes, hello everyone. This is Nelson from Uganda. I'm quite very happy to be part of SFI. This is my first year. And there are a lot of things that I've learned along the way. And I'm really going to continue to be part of this team. Body was taken offline to be part of this. May God bless you wherever you are and success to us all. Bye.
Edward,
Thank you so
Edward,
much.
before you close, there's a bias. I'm not sure why you chose only men, and there's a complaint of why only men woman was. ASFI would have done it like that, so you have to balance it.
Yeah, so I was about saying that I don't want my wife to query me after this. So I'm going to call on Antonia, and Titilayo to say a word.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Antonia from Uganda. I'm very delighted to be part of this movement, and I say really thank you so much for ASFI giving us the opportunity to be part of the movement. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Titilayo, are you able to speak? You're mute. I think you're not. Titilayo, we can't hear you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, we can hear you now. Go on, yes.
I am Dr. Titilayo Adedokun from the Lagos Library.
Oh, fantastic.
A great privilege to be here, to be part of ASFI. I've really learned a lot. ASFI has really built me in terms of research, the proper way of carrying out research. I want to appreciate Prof. Nwaru, yes, for the time, for the mind to impact lives. And I thank God for the great opportunity given to us, we Africans. Thank you so much. This program is highly, how do I put it now? I really enjoyed it. It's been a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much. So I want to appreciate everyone for coming. And at this point, we need to shut down. Prof, do you have any last word for us before we shut down for today?
Oh, I think we have said a lot. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. And I think we have more energy now to continue with our project.
Conference.
Umbrella review people, tomorrow there is meeting, please.
Conference.
So do have a wonderful evening. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, SFI.
Bye-bye, everyone.
As COVID-19 ravaged our societies, there was a palpable.
Bye.
Most societies locked down. Everyday businesses, work, school, and religious programs all moved on, everyone taking part from their individual rooms. Amidst the inconveniences and uncertainties, many good seeds were also sown. Many beautiful stories were written. Idleness was not the word for many people. From the corners of their different rooms, they unleashed their innovative acumen to create things that would eventually bring meaning to our lives. The story of the African Science Frontiers Initiatives. ASFI was no different. From the corner of his room in Sweden, Professor Brighton Waru saw an opportunity to achieve his long-held ambition: create a platform that brings the African scientific community together for capacity building in science and research, through a few colleagues across Africa. He invited African scientists to a free online course in systematic reviews and meta-analysis, held May 2020. The 110 applicants, 40 were selected to the training, covering 20 African countries. This was the beginning of the journey. More courses were subsequently announced, applicants surpassing 2,000 on each subsequent occasion from most countries in Africa, perhaps sign that capacity building was not a trivial need for African scientists. Vision is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competences to drive Africa's developmental and transformational agenda through innovative scientific research. And our mission is to instill excellence in Africa's science through competence acquisition, capacity building, science that tackles Africa.